What's up guys, Z628 here. Welcome to a new flip or fail episode. We brought it in. Here's the intro to that. I am soaking wet. Oh, okay, here's the second car. A lot more work in this one. I don't know how to flip this. I feel like an old man. I just took the bumper off. I'm towing this one. Borrowed or rented a dolly from U-Haul. Just got her up, barely. We had to switch the tires. This one, I'm like way to the right, but fuck it. That one's completely flat. That was in the back. We replaced them. That way I can dolly it home. But this one needs a lot more work. When it turns on, it is shooting white smoke like crazy. Some more cosmetic issues. It's definitely a bigger project. Yeah, this is the second project, and we will see how it goes, but I'm gonna get her strapped in and ready to go. Took a while to get here, but here she is, bumper off. We're just gonna do a quick walkthrough. This car is way worse than I thought it was gonna be, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a replacement because there's some cracks, but if not, it's still okay. See if I can find some cheap tail light. A lot of paint work, little scuffs and stuff like that. Get the stickers off. I haven't even seen the trunk. This is loose. Tighten that. But the car is a lot worse than I thought it was gonna be. We're gonna need new tires. Just lifted the front. I'm gonna get it all on fours and then get 2 more jack stands. Going through it now. I'm trying to see. I got all the codes for it. I'm gonna put them on screen right here. You guys didn't see because I didn't show it, but there was a lot of white smoke when I turned it on, but I didn't do it when I pulled it in. I quickly turned it on, ran it for probably 30 seconds total just because it was making weird noises. Didn't want to keep it on for too long. But it's got like 6 codes on there, like 2 of them are thermostat or maybe even 3. I kind of researched them all already. They don't seem like too big deals if it's that and not too expensive. So I'm gonna do the engine first and make sure that's all squared away. And then the inside of this car. Sorry about the air conditioning noise, but the inside of this car is absolutely filthy. So I haven't even fully looked through this thing. That works. I haven't seen really. Oh, we got a scent. Hell yeah. Yeah, I haven't gone through the car. We do have this. I'm gonna see if I can find, if anything, the bottom part seat at like Jalopy Jungle or some kind of junkyard. Headrest at a junkyard. Clean the front seats. I think it'll be doable. If I can't find them, I'll obviously clean them up, but there's that. But yeah, key, it has a remote start, which is cool. I don't know if it works, I haven't tried it, but yeah, we're gonna fully go through. I haven't even looked at it. Yeah, this is missing. So the person who is doing it used a wooden piece to press down on the shift. Pretty rough shape, but it honestly doesn't smell as bad as you would think it smells in here. Surprisingly and luckily. Yeah, like you would think it smells like horrible in there. It's bad, don't get me wrong, but it's not as bad as you would think it is. But big project. This one's definitely gonna take a little bit longer, but I'm hoping. I got it for cheaper than the Aveo, which is still here, unfortunately, because the DMV is taking forever. But that car was very easy, not a lot of work for a good flip on there. This one is gonna be a bit longer. That is the project with this car. It's gonna take a while. I think we're gonna get it done. So engine wise, that's the first thing I want to hit. I don't care about the outside yet, because if the engine's completely fucked, I don't want to mess with the outside, obviously. So we're gonna get the motor correct. The oil itself is like really high, like extremely high. You can see it's Like that's where it should be, and it's going all the way like there. It's not like it's dirty or anything like that, but it's really, really full, so I kind of have to see why. But we're gonna drain all the fluids either way and get that pretty much tuned up. I'll check the spark plugs, injectors. That's like kind of the first beginning stuff to see if that's all looking good. I'm gonna change the gasket on there. You can see just a ton of buildup. This one seems to have like the most kind of buildup on there from what I'm seeing, like all the way around. Some have like partial, so we're gonna replace the gasket on the cover. That way I can get that cleaned up properly as well, get that cleaned. Ignition coil number 4, so like the cylinder number 4 had like a lot more buildup on it. So I don't know if that's part of the reason of why it's running pretty rough. I think it's running rich, so I didn't have any like O2 sensor, mass airflow sensors or anything like that. One of the sensors that I have, which is the camshaft sensor, I'm not sure if it's the whole housing or if it's just like the little shaft thing that connect the two. I'm not technical because I'm not a mechanic by any means, but I don't know if you guys will be able to see it from there, probably not, but this part right here that I'm touching with the tip of my finger, somewhere around there, is pretty loose, and those two connect together and like go in unison for the camshaft to move, and hoping it's just that piece. Even if it's the whole housing, it's not expensive either, if I remember correctly, because I searched it up, but I think it's just that part. So if we replace that, get the gasket going, it's not bad. But this is how the spark plugs look. So it just, they look good, like they look horrible, but I believe they're just running rich. So at least there's like not crazy buildup and stuff. I think it's just running rich, or it definitely is running rich. Unfortunately, I am not rich. Seems like that's gonna be the main issues, and then the possible thermostat. So I don't know if it's just coolant was just really low and messed up that it was running bad, or if it was the actual thermostat for the code. All right, we're at Jalopy Jungle. I was here yesterday and I grabbed the headrests out of the car. There was 2 rear headrests. I am gonna pick up the seat. I forgot mine has a hole in it, so we're gonna pick up this seat. It's already taken off, which is nice. I'm gonna make sure it's all structurally good, that way it can fit. But I'm here mainly for the headrest, which was nice, a little bonus, but I'm mainly here for this. I might look at some wiring and stuff up there. I don't know if there's gonna be anything available, but we're gonna go through it right now. It's like 95 degrees, it's super hot. There's no suspension or whatever it's called on this tailgate, or whatever you want to call it, trunk. So I'm gonna see that is not the right size, god damn it. On my quest to find something to work to hold it up, I'm finding a CD, and I look to my right and I see a CD case. So I'm like, oh, there's so many CDs. Anything good? We got Sting, we got Madonna, Alabama Mountain Music, Cutting Heads, Mary J. Blige. Oh, these would run. That one would not run. Keeping the Dream Alive. They were just like put in this case. That's not how you hold this. Matchbox 20. Damn. Solid Gold Soul. You gotta pay the troll toll to get into the boys' hole. Richard Marx. Anyways, it's so fucking hot and I can't find anything that's gonna work for this. Found a bumper plate that seems to work. That is not, that's the best test. She ain't moving. So I should be good. If that does swing down and hit my head, I will be knocked out on the floor right there. Anyways, that shit was so fucking burning hot. I'm pretty sure I gave myself 3rd-degree burns. Let's get this tail light off. Got the tail light out. Everything is blistering hot. It is so hot out here. Got this out. I traded wheelbarrows with them. I helped them out because she had a Leatherman, so I was able to take that screw out because my flatheads were not doing it. So I helped them out with the tire and stuff, but traded for this wheelbarrow because I don't need that heavy one for them. And we're gonna take the seat. Should work good. And tail light. Everything you touch is blistering hot. I think it's like 98 degrees, pure sun. This puppy worked out well. I might take the bulbs, all the tools, because they're just sitting right here. Once you like leave them in the sun, pure hot, sweat's coming out of my glove. I'm done. When I asked her yesterday, the seat was 51, taillight was 20 something. So it should be about 80 bucks, but we'll see what the receipt at the end of this. 102 degrees. We came out really, really, really good on that. So came out $33.99 total with tax and everything for the rear seat and the tail light. So all in all, with the headrests, the bottom seat of the rear, and the tail light, we're like under 50 bucks, which the seat was supposed to be $51. So that's huge right there. Definitely worth it. I'm glad I picked up the seat because I was close to not to do it. And then my intelligent mother was like, you have a rip in that seat. It's not about the cleaning. I was like, ah, you're right. That's why I'm dumb. So that was definitely well worth it. That's gonna add value to it. It's not gonna have a big rip hole in the seat, and it's not as hard to clean. So if you're gonna need to clean it, it's pretty bad. But that's that. I ordered the rest of the parts that are needed to kind of get the car running good. Hopefully it's these things. And then we're gonna work on that, and that will be the next day. But today, we're done. That was it for today. Super hot, too hot, and it's supposed to be cooling down. So once I get the parts, it should be nice and good to work outside. Okay, so we're taking out the thermostat, and I just want to show you guys this design by Chevy. The Aveo, easy to take out just the thermostat itself, because that's what I did. I did order the whole piece, so this is going to be replaced with metal, because a lot of people have issues with these plastic ones. So I was like, might as well. It's like the same price pretty much. It's $10 more. Anyways, if you're gonna do a Chevy Sonic thermostat replacement, do that whole replacement. I just want to take the thermostat out just to see how it looks, and from what I'm seeing, this like block for the exhaust manifold is in the way, and I've been trying to like see if I can, there's probably a certain way if I really yank on it to pull it out, but I think you have to loosen the black part either way out so you can pull the thermostat out, because that is in the way right there, as you can see. So really stupid design, just want to show you, but good news, the Dacia Sandero is coming to the, I'm kidding. Good news is that replacement piece, that intake valve, I don't know if I'm going to be able to show you guys, but this piece right here, see that dangling right there? I barely pulled the bottom part and it came out. That is your like intake manifold to like hold it all together. And a lot of people say when you get that 2076 code, I believe it is, it's that. And a lot of shops want to repair it for like the whole intake manifold. So I already ordered that piece because I was like, I pulled on it earlier and it was really loose, but I never pulled it, like I barely kind of pulled on it and it immediately came off. So I think that's the clanging sound that the car is making. But right now I'm gonna take out the thermostat to replace that whole thing. I already flushed the actual radiator, that's why it's just leaking on the bottom, and got all the hoses out. Just need to take this out, replace that. We're gonna replace the spark plugs. This is still all just taken off. We're gonna get that all replaced. So I think we're looking good. I'm hoping that if I replace that part and everything else, that it's gonna run smooth. One thing I did mess up on is I didn't realize that there was different colors of interior. This is a gray interior. It is not a black interior. So the headrest that I have and the bottom seat that I have are black. I don't think this thermostat was ever changed in its life. And you can see the bad one was this one here. So there was definitely a leak going on. You can tell those aren't bad. That's the inside of the housing. But yeah, you can see the gasket is just fully separated there. Just a bunch of gunk in there. So I did get that new part replaced on there, so it is in. It moves a little bit less than before, but I'm really, yeah, it moves a lot less actually than before. Thermostat's back on, all the hosing's good, put that back on, pretty much everything's back to normal. I drained the oil. So I'm seeing two potential issues here, and they're probably not good. Hopefully, and this is what I think, coolant's never been flushed. And from what I researched, Dex Cool, which is a Chevy coolant, over time, you know, over a lot of time, and with how this car looks, it's not been treated good. Over a lot of time, it gets like sooty up here because of the internals of this, which can be caused by the coolant or it can be caused by oil. So hopefully coolant, because that's easier than a head gasket change, a lot easier. So I found that I scrubbed as much as I can out, but I can't get inside of it, so that is worrying. And then when I just flushed the oil because I don't have the oil yet. It's coming tomorrow, I believe, and I don't want to go to the store and get some extra. This car is supposed to hold 4.8 liters, or sorry, 4.8 quarts. These jugs are, or like these, whatever, bins. What's the word? I don't know. Are 7 quarts. I just put more water in it just to kind of flush more out. From what I'm seeing, that one is filled to the brim. It started filling up. I'm like, this isn't slowing down at all. I plug it back up and grab my other one, and it filled up about halfway. It's still drip. I'm just gonna let it drip all night. It filled up about half. So it had 10 quarts in it, potentially a little bit more. There was no water coming out in the beginning, so I don't think it was like coolant and oil coming out of it, but I'm not exactly sure. There was like literally, it was pure oil the whole time, like smooth oil. So I'm really hoping that the person just like overfilled it and there's nothing scary with it. But tomorrow the oil should come, and I believe the spark plugs maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. All right, so I've been working on it for about an hour, putting everything back together. I don't have the ignition coil put in because I cranked the motor, filled this up, but as you can see, it is empty. We need to replace the water pump because it straight up leaked. I have the fan running just so it dries up, but I took this all apart here and it was just severely leaking. As you can see, there's still water there and it's dripping, and it's drained all the I just had distilled water in there because I was just going to do a flush. This issue here, it's like leaking a little bit here, so I might need to just get a new one of these little like cable things that go to the air filter over there. And then I noticed that this one's leaking down here. But yes, it is dripping from here, which is the water pump. So yeah, did some looking on it. It's not an expensive part, it's just kind of a pain in the ass to do. Pliers to take off anything is a pain in the ass. I was able to get that one off because I'm gonna take the heater hose because mine's leaking and I don't know if it's the hose or not, and I'm just gonna try it out. But I cut off this tip here because there's no way I can clamp that down. I got the other small one off, so we're good there. And then I'm gonna try to cut this one off. You know, Leathermans are good for a lot of things, but they are so not ergonomical that it's just a pain in the ass to even hold it while doing something in like a tight spot. So I'm trying to just cut the hose off because it has a lot of extra room, and I can lose an inch of hose and it'll still be fine because these hoses look pretty new. They still have like the stickers on them and they're not cracked at all. So I'm just like, might as well just take this hose. All right, we came out pretty good on that one. We got the hose, the 2 screws, an extra clamp, and the reservoir. $9. All right, so I'm working on the water pump, and from every 1.8 liter that I've seen on the cruise and all that stuff, this isn't here, so it's a lot easier to get there. I raised the motor quite a bit, and this is like perfectly in the way for me not to be able to grab any of those torque screws, the 3 that are right there. I raised the car quite a bit, or I raised the motor quite a bit, and I really don't want to raise it up anymore, genuinely. And yeah, it's just like perfectly in the way. Finally got it out. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to put back in, but got it back out, taking out the water pump. And yeah, that seems kind of loose, so that's probably what it was. All right, I was about to put it on. I was trying to put on the gasket and it was like weird. And then I realized that it's fully cracked right there. And there's a chip right there. So I was like, I'm not gonna put this one in because it's not worth it. So I'm gonna return it. And then I ordered an AC Delco one. So it's a higher quality one. This was like one of the cheapest one, not the cheapest one, but it was like 25 bucks. This AC Delco one is like, I think it was like $58 and it's like an actual brand. But it's gonna be here in 2 days. So the car's gonna have to sit like this for 2 days, which sucks. They have them at O'Reilly, but they're like $140 for an AC Delco one. So I'm like, I'm not gonna spend another $100 for the loss of 2 days. So pretty much done there. But what I'm gonna do is just replace this while I'm at it, and then replace that tube that I messed up putting on that side, and then that heater hose back there. Here's the old to the new one. I feel like not a lot of people are gonna like notice that, but I feel like that's just like a potential question that can, you know, pop up of like, why is it so dark? But this just makes it look a lot better, in my opinion, for the hose that I'm about to change. And that for $9, I think it was worth it. The hose was probably like $2 and this was probably $7. I'm not sure, I never looked at the thing, but I think it was worth it. Here's the culprit on the hose of why it was leaking. Right there. It cut into the, like it stretched it out right there. It took me longer to put on the heater hose there and there, and then start the process on this fucking stupid thing, which I think they sent the wrong one because they're not the same size. So I stretched it out here, and now I'm holding it by this hand. You can see how longer the old one is. So I think I'm about to order another one. God damn it. After multiple days of waiting, we finally got the new water pump. Way better quality, way nicer. Gasket, and we're gonna get this installed. We got the new heater hose as well with it. We're gonna get that installed. Turn on the engine, make sure it's all running. So this is the point I was talking about with this metal thing in the way. I have like, so see how it's in right there? I have that much room to work with, right? And that's with this slim non-ratcheting tool thing that we randomly have. If I can only use the small one. There's no way I can get a medium-sized ratchet in there. And then when this one's on there, because it has a different head, it's like the same, like that wouldn't be able to fit like that. It's completely like back there, and then I have to like be right in between to do it. It's just, if this wasn't in the way, perfectly fine. But this is just, it's not making it impossible, it's just making it a pain in the ass. But all right, water pump's in, motor mounts on. Just need to put that heater hose, whatever it is, this thing, and that's it. We're so close. Cross our fingers to see if everything else is good. So finally got it out. It's gonna be a pain in the ass to put back in, but I'm nervous because it was not running good when I first bought it. So she's running good. Radiator just turned on. No, she's not. Gotta turn it off. Gotta turn it off.